Hey everyone, Lensman Oz here. This is episode 11 of FTB Inventions. Today we're going to work on tesseracts. So mining age has been reset, so I thought what I would do is work on something to make it so that every time mining age does get reset, which happens on the 1st of the month, every time it gets reset I don't want to have to go and rebuild a reactor. So I thought I would work on making some tesseracts. So I've already got all the materials I'm going to require, except for a couple of diamonds, or diamond, or whatever it is, one diamond. Yeah, so tesseract frame. It's all this stuff you've seen me make in the last episode. Endarium, for example, and the hardened glass. So that's the tesseract frame. That's right, I need two, don't I? I need the other diamond. Silly me. So, there's the two frames. Those frames require liquid resonant ender to be placed in them, a bucket of each. So that's 4 ender pearls per bucket. So I've already melted down the 4 ender pearls each. So that's just going to take a moment to process. Now you can see I have the wireless charger in the floor. A local friendly server owner hooked me up with some Enderman heads. So I was able to make the wireless charger, which all I was waiting for to make that was the Ender resonator, which was just like this. So I already had all those other items, I was just waiting on the Enderman head. So I made that up. It's in the floor here, it's got a cable running between the capacitor bank here and the charger. You can see the capacitor bank is now 3000 RF, so I made a couple of, kind of cheaty, made a couple of capacitors in here, which it doesn't have the power in it at the moment. Let's get rid of that. So I made a couple of them, they're under the floor, connected up to this. Charge is full, and it's just keeping my my pack topped up. So tesseracts. So I'm going to make this here. So that's just bronze and silver, and that will get us 2 tesseracts. One for this world, one for the mining age. So obviously during the episode I cleared out the mining age and I brought some of the materials back here to be able to be used. I mean, I still haven't got through that marble there. We'll work through it. I made myself a white ender tank, which on this server is infinite lava. I haven't really had a use for it yet, but I figured why not make an ender tank. It's not EMC transmutatable, but the normal ender chests are, which is a little bit strange. I think it comes down to, you can see here that's 7,400 EMC. I think it comes down to the fact that it's got glass in it. I don't know, maybe it is. Maybe it is exchangeable. It says 9,000. Oh, cool. I will teach that later. Made a bit of a change down here. Whoa. I have I've turned off my hover mode at the moment. I made a bit of a reactor in the basement. Just a small one. This puts out about 10,000 RF a tick. Yeah, as I said, just a small one. What I might actually do is at the moment I've got this hooked up. It's hooked up to run these. I kind of want to put the tesseract there, so I'm wondering whether I can make another power tap. Let's see what that's worth to make. Shouldn't be an issue, should be able to make one. Power tap. Yeah, 4 redstone, 4 reactor casing. Do we have the 4 reactor casing? Yes, we do. And, oop, not that one. Really? For redstone. Probably lose all the power in the reactor now. Knowing my luck. I had some draws on me. I was setting up the mining age. Alright. Let's head down here. Let's see if I can maybe just... do it quickly, do it quickly. So you can see that the reactor has is full of resonant ender. So this is a 7x7 reactor, and it's set up with a cross. So the reactor, let's see. Let's just quickly grab dirt. Oh no, give me a stack. So if you look at the reactor from the top, this is going to be very crude. It's set up with, not there. It's set up with the fuel rods in a cross pattern. So obviously there'll be another one here and another one there, and then all the inside of this area is filled with resonant ender. So, and it goes. Normally I would only do a 3 cross, so 5 all up, but I've done the 9 in this one. And as I said, it generates about 9,000 RF a tick, 9 to 10,000, depending on how long it's running for. This is just set to turn it on when it's over 50%. So what I should be able to do is plop that there. I'm hoping this can directly output people's stuff here. Obviously I can't make it private, perhaps. What have we got? Maybe you got to put the signalum lock thing on it. Not that it's a big issue, but yeah, these things, the security locks, bit of bronze and some signalum. I'll craft one of them up and see if I can actually do this. Back in a tick. Okay, so it turns out this is how you use them. So you make the security lock as I showed you before, and then a couple signalum nuggets around the outside of this. So pretty much to make the lock was 2 signalum and 2 bronze ingots, and that gives me enough material to make the 2 locks for the 2 tesseracts. So they now have an owner. Access public access. So we should be able to take this back downstairs. Drop this on here. Probably configure you to, yeah, disabled. Make you owner only. And then we'll give it a channel name. And it's set to quarry power. We will set it to send only and power. It doesn't need to bring anything back. Hopefully this will work. You can see here I've got this item conduit goes over to the storage area over there, and it's set to only pull yellowite over to here, just to keep the quarry running. Should put a couple of capacitors in here to make it more efficient. So it's just doing yellowite, and there is a byproduct which is normally cobblestone, and that's just being voided. So let's head over. Yeah, we'll head over the quarry age. Okay, so I've already set up a quarry. I would like to do multiple quarries at once and see whether the generation can handle it. But I looked at the quarry recipe. And I'm glad that I was so graciously given one of these. These circuits aren't too bad. Nothing major there. but this diamond drill, so it requires Tech Reborn. So you've got to get titanium from Tech Reborn. And then, you know, these are steel, and so it has been tweaked a little. But titanium is either in an arc furnace or in a blast furnace from Tech Reborn. The titanium dust comes from small piles of titanium dust, which comes from an industrial grinder grinding bauxite. Yeah. So, I'm going to need to get into Tech Reborn before I can make another quarry. I was offered another quarry, but I figured, nah, let's use that as a way of doing it. So let's disable this one. And then let's select private, quarry power, go. No. No. Alright, looks like I'm going to have to put a conduit between the two. Which is a bummer, because I don't have top level conduits yet. But that's alright. Did I bring one? Yes, I brought an enhanced one. Nope. Lag. Let's drop that there and then that there. No? Okay. Doesn't like me at the moment. Oh no, I'll probably have to put a I'll put a conduit on the other end. So I'll duck back to the base, whack a conduit on the other end, and hopefully we'll get this working again. Back in a tick. Fingers crossed this works. I'm guessing that my chunk loading is gone. Okay. Shouldn't have to chunk load this. Private. Receive energy. Enabled low. Or. Alright, I'm going to muck around, see what I come up with. Back in a tick. Alright, well, I'm guessing these cables, the conduits aren't working properly for me, so I'm going to make some of the redstone energy ducting, which will require. There's my potato. I've been just using up. One of the suggestions was to use the tuberous flux capacitor to get rid of the poisonous potatoes, which is a pretty cool idea. But yeah, I've just been throwing them through the machine because I couldn't work out a way of really using them to full effect. Now, how much does this require? Is it 1 or 2? Must be 2. So I'm going to need another 23. That many? Should be about right to get 12. So my idea isn't to use the redstone ones. I want to actually go up again to the resonant ones. Oh, I didn't need them full. Ah, don't worry. Let's go with 6 full. Check out the ideas first, eh? So you've got an empty one. Oh no, you've got the full ones as well. Ah, so that's cool. I do need them full. Well, let's fill these other ones up. Because I've already got the stuff in there, so you know why not. I've got some enderium here. Let's get them done. I've got some redstone in my inventory. Let's see what we can do in the way of this. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is heaps. These things can transfer 32,000 RF a tick, which very much should be enough. Yoink. So I'm guessing that's pushing energy in. I don't know if it's using it. Actually, yeah, I'll fix the quarry in a second. The other end of the reactor there in just a second. So I'm going to send the byproduct. Uh-oh. 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 I need to put a chest on there. That was a derp by me. I thought I had a chest on me. Oh, it's all real today. It's dirt everywhere. There we go, boys and girls. Make sure you put a chest on top of your quarry to prevent the silliness that ensues. Where is it? One of them, thanks. Awesome. Next time I'll do it properly. So obviously it was just the pulling of the energy out of the reactor, which doesn't make any sense because I've used conduits on a reactor before. So let's drop this chest here. Set you to extract without signal. And let's just throw this dirt in here for the moment. So that should go, I should have turned these drawers around. That should go into these drawers. I've put void upgrades on these 5 drawers. Nothing too exciting, but wham! Okay, so I will need to put some speed upgrades in because this will probably... Really? Oh my gosh. 1 minute it's working. Next minute it's not. It's gonna be the Tesseract. Come on. Tesseract power ignored. Own as me. Receive energy. You guys saw it. It was working. So confused. Alright. I'll be back. Base isn't chunk loaded. Just chunk loaded it. Would have been chewing up the power that was in the Tesseract and not what was here. So you can see here, it's kicking on and off because it's staying at around the 50% full. This is obviously pulling power. Let's see if we can just see what it will produce. Let's put this at 90. This should fill up fairly quickly. So you can see there that's 9,000, 10,000, almost, so 10.3 thousand RF a tick. It's using a lot of fuel, but shouldn't be that, shouldn't have been that inefficient. Anyway, not a big issue. So that quarry should be running. We should be getting materials into the ender chest. It's night time again. Well, let's just quickly jump over to the ender chest. We should be getting materials in here. Although I suppose it's not at that point yet. One other thing I've done in between episodes is I made a diamond chest cart, which is from more carts. Because I found my cart was going backwards and forwards so much that things were backlogging and starting to have issues. So I made the diamond one. The only downside to the diamond cart is it's a lot slower because it's supposedly a lot heavier. So I had to put more booster tracks in. to enable it to actually empty the chest quick enough. All right, so we're cruising here. 20,000 RF a tick. Well, I don't actually. Ow. Ow. I don't think it's that much, but it's staying full. The RF is staying full. And this is cruising along nicely. I would imagine that the dirt is probably already almost full. Oh, it's getting there. But that'll void. That should be great. The reset of the world just generates pretty much the same world back without the holes in it. That's how it was explained to me. So ideally it is an identical world, which I'm not sure if that means there's identical products in it, but it's definitely an identical world. So we'll let that quarry run and we'll get some nice resources from it. All the better to be able to go on to making some Tech Reborn stuff. So, for the next part of this episode, I need to do a little bit of preparation. So I'm going to do a few things and I will be right back. Wouldn't mind, doing that again.
Testing 1, 2, 3.
All right, I'm back, and here for this little piece of the end of this episode, we have a very special guest. This is our lovely server owner, Ozzy. Say hello, sir.
Hello, people.
And he's going to give us a nice little tour of his base, which is pretty impressive, I must say. It definitely leaves my little shack for dead.
It's just a collection of buildings. It's not really a base as such.
I don't know about that. I suppose it doesn't have a wall around the outside, so that maybe that classifies it as a base. I don't know.
I like to fight the monsters.
All right, so this is where I guess all your items are stored.
Yeah, we keep everything over here in this part of the building. You'll see the disk drives for all the storage. We have a large collection of stuff.
Just a little bit. 8.5 million.
The ender chesters for the quarries. Everything that requires transporting comes in there. It's fed into the back. I have some acceleration cards, so there's no hold up. Here's just a couple of machines because one of the metal formers and the compressor. In the back here, we have the enrichment chambers for doing all the bits and pieces. That's the processor's auto crafting. It's set up using what I think his name is Grok the Duck of YouTube's. It's quite a great system. You just order up, it throws all the parts into this chest, does its work and spits it back into the system. Quite
Very
handy.
Clean and tidy too.
Yeah, I hate mess. And if we close the door, keep the monsters out. If we go down out here, is the equivalent exchange table, some machines. These industrial centrifuges are making helium.
Helium?
Yeah, for the I'm working on making a fusion reactor.
That's
Reborn.
Well beyond what I've got. I haven't even started Tech Reborn yet.
And on down this elevator here, come down here.
Maybe.
We have Tech Reborn machines.
Wow. Yeah, I don't think I've even touched Tech Reborn. I remember IC2 from years ago, so this is just a rehash of that, isn't it, really?
Yeah, it is, yeah. But the problem is there's no real documentation.
Makes things a bit hard.
Yeah, it does. This is auto processing all the ores. I just let it come in from the quarry and it goes straight in processed. If I need some pulverized dust, I just make it when I need it. Or deep storage is in the roof.
Very nice.
So it's out of the way. Deep storage is stuff you don't worry about. This is the main area. That's all that's here actually. Those two things. Down here is to the original mining area.
Anyone loves a bit of overworld mining, and my gosh, it goes forever.
There.
Ender portal.
This is out to the nether, the mining world. We can pop out there. There's just 8 quarries working away.
8. I have 1.
Yeah.
Thanks to you, I have 1. You have 8.
I'm very obsessive when it comes to materials. If I don't have a million of everything, it's just not worth playing.
I can understand that.
And that's basically what happens here.
What's that last step, eh?
Yeah, we have some laser drills. They're actually mining for diamond ore because I need tech reborn. Diamond ore because I need diamond dust to create parts for the fusion coils. This is just where the immersive engineering stuff goes.
Nice little tree farm.
Yeah.
Let's see. Oh, yep. Just arc furnace, crusher, and is this using it? You're using the squeezer to make the rods for the arc furnace, right?
Yeah. And this building here is the pneumatics area. Plus, we manufacture a whole heap of, I think it's gasoline. Can't remember. Yeah, gasoline, which powers these steam reactor boilers from Railcraft, feeds into the Tesseract, and it feeds into one of the power sources I got.
Just one. Multiples.
This is all be careful with the red stuff, it'll burn you. This is just for making the plastic for drones and stuff like that.
That is something I have not played with much at all, is Pneumaticraft.
Down this elevator is the air compressors. This is the high pressure, and then down this side is the low pressure. What's that step? It's a doozy. And they're all controlled with redstone signals using the insulated redstone.
So it's all pressure controlled based on, you've got a pressure gauge here. Yep, I see.
Yeah, because unfortunately they blow up. And this is just an emergency exit.
Somewhere to let the mobs in so you can fight them.
Yeah. And this is the last section of this area.
Nice big pressure chamber.
Pressure chamber, yeah. The lasers to do stuff. No, I haven't got anything to process. So that's that there. Close the rooms up.
And a big tank of oil. Very big tank of oil.
Recharge station for the drones.
And what do you have the drones doing?
At the moment, I have nothing. The drones actually tore down this area and built all this.
Nifty.
And this is the main power area.
Yep, just a couple of magmatics.
Yeah. That's just the original power supply. On this server, lava is free, which helps cut down the lag.
Yeah, I finally built myself an ender tank just between my last 2 episodes.
And this is my power storage bank. It's
1.5 billion RF.
And this is what powers all the lasers and quarries.
So
More steam boilers.
I guess people can see why I came and borrowed 40 million RF and Aussie didn't even realise. There's a bit of RF in there and 4 turbines.
Talking of that, I better reach. Oh no, I've got me nuclear stuff on. Yeah, and they
So,
just go into Tesseracts.
and they just kick on when required, I guess. Or are they
No,
always
they're on
generating?
full time. Yeah, I don't care because the laser drills are on all the time.
Oh, yep.
Yeah, and they suck so much power, it's incredible. And that's just one of the second generation of power.
One last room,
And
eh? One big
and this
concrete
is
building.
don't forget to change over to the HasChem.
It would be probably a smart move, yes.
Yeah. And this is the IC2 reactor area.
Wow. A couple of reactors.
This side's going to get torn down, and I'm going to put in 2 fusion reactors once I finish making them. And that should give me, I think, if I've read correctly, about 2 million EU per tick.
So what's it currently generating like this?
I think it's just sitting. There's only the one reactor on at the moment. I've got 420 EU per tick at core temperature 0.
Wow.
You
Nice
have a
and
look
efficient.
at this
This
reactor
one here.
if you want. The N1.
Oh, yeah.
These 2 are automatically there, but I only need the one on because we're only doing the UU matter when
And
dirt comes in.
your AE system there, what it automatically generates the fuel rods and everything?
Yes. The only thing it is not doing is recycling the depleted stuff. I haven't set that up yet.
This is pretty awesome.
And I'm still working on fused glass in case I have an explosion.
Very, very nice. Well, I definitely have something to go get towards, I guess. I mean, this is a massive, massive area, and that's a lot of nukes. I don't want to be near your base if one of them goes off, all right? That's terrible.
Yeah. Yeah, I was playing on a Skyblock server, one of Purple Mentats, and I changed the outlay of the power rods and the cooling and stuff, and accidentally put the fuel in to be ripped out of the reactor. Or sorry, the cooling stuff out, and it filled up completely with quad rods, and I think the only thing that was left of my base was about 4 or 5 blocks.
Yeah, that can happen.
After about 250 hours of work.
Yeah, no, that's too disheartening to think about.
Yeah, actually, I was disheartened, but when I logged in the next day, the people on the server rebuilt the base or the platform and left chests of machines and stuff, and I restarted again.
It's pretty nice of them. It's good to have a good community.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm going to have to wrap up my episode here. I do thank you for giving me the base tour, and again, thank you for inviting me to the server. It's good fun to play on.
No worries. You come and play on the Project Ozone 2 server if you want.
I will be doing that. I'm not sure when I'll be putting videos up for that, but I definitely will be going and taking a look at the Project Ozone server and perhaps recording it for another series. That will be quite interesting. I do have that pack already installed, ready to go. I definitely want to take a look at it.
Yeah, we've got it set up as individual islands.
Ah, very nice. So we can race each other, but I think you'll win.
I haven't started it myself.
I don't think that'll matter. I think you'll still win.
I
Awesome.
don't know. It's HQM, and yeah, HQM kind of drives me mad because I like to do different things. I have about 10 different projects at once. HQM doesn't allow that.
Oh, well, maybe I will beat you then. I've got a lot of experience with HQM.
Yeah. But I do like HQM in doing it, so it's a bit of a contradiction of what I said, but yeah.
It gives direction. That's why I like it.
Yeah.
All right.
I played Regrowth and a couple other HQMs. It could be a race. Could be a race.
Could be. All right. Thanks a lot. I'm going to cut here. Thanks everyone for watching. Please hit that like button if you liked it. And if you have some comments, leave them in that section below. I hope you join us for the next one. Thanks a lot. See you later.
Bye.